Guess what time it is? It's time for math. I enjoy math. Math is so fun. Well, you know what? Any subject can be fun as long as we have a great attitude, as long as we are ready to learn, and we are grateful for all the different things that the Lord has left for us to learn and investigate. We can have fun in any subject. Even if math is not your favorite, you can still have fun in math. Okay, we are not going to do our drills like we normally do today. Today we're going to go over our naming operation song. We haven't done that for a while, so I would like for us to practice that song today, and we might be adding that to our everyday drill. I don't know. I like to keep things different. So today we are going to practice our operation song. I hope you haven't forgotten. If you have, look in your progress binder and you should have a copy of the words to the song. So here we go. An addend is added to a addend, a subtrahend subtracted from a minuend, a factor's multiplied by a factor, and a dividend's divided by a divisor. The answer to addition is a sum. The answer to subtraction is a difference. The answer to multiplication is a product, and the answer to division is a quotient. Did you remember that song? We are going to take a little break from what we have been learning. We have, in the last week, we learned about equilateral triangles. We also looked at some fractions. We looked at dividing things or triangles into halves and thirds and fourths and eighths. Well, we're going to take a little break from that today. We are not going to use our math books today. What we will be doing is working on this worksheet. So you should have that printed out. I'm sure your parents already printed it out for you. So we will be working on this worksheet today. Most of the things on this worksheet we've already looked at. We've already worked through this year. So this is just a review for most of the things. And we will begin with some graphs. Do you remember graphs? We worked on a few graphs this year. Can you name some of the graphs that we worked on? Did you say bar graph? Very good. What other graphs did we look at? Did you say tally mark graph? What else? How about picture graphs? Do you remember the other graph where there's a line and you put little X's on it? What was that called? A line plot, so a line graph. So we have worked on 4 different types of graphs this year, and today we're going to review 2 of them, bar graph and line plots. Now, what are graphs good for? Can you tell me what graphs are good for? What do they give us? Did you say they give us data? What's data or data? It is information. It is a fast way to get information. If we look at a graph, any sort of graph, it is an easy way to receive information. So, the first graph we're going to be looking at is this graph here that talks about marbles. So the graph in front of us gives us information about marbles. We're going to look at this graph, and if you look here at the bottom, it gives you information of what colors of marbles we are working with. We have red, we have green, we have blue, and the last one, pink. So this graph tells us there are 4 different kinds of colors. And then on this side of the graph, it gives us the information of the quantity. How many of each. So if we look at our different colors and then we look at our quantity column, we will be able to figure out how many marbles of each color there are. So let's look at number 1 in your worksheet. And number 1 says, how many red and blue marbles are there in total? But boys and girls, before we answer those questions, I forgot to do one thing. So let's go back a little bit. So we went over this graph. Before we go on to the questions, let's fill out our tally mark chart, okay? So it says here, red. So we're gonna look at our red marbles. We're gonna look and see the quantity, how many red marbles there are. And then with tally marks, you're gonna write there, you're gonna show me with tally marks how many red marbles there are. Do we remember what tally marks are? They are lines, aren't they? They're tally marks, they're lines. So I'm going to do the first one with you. So red, I'm going to look at the color red. I'm going to look at the quantity. And it says here, you see the shaded portion stops at 4, which means that there are 4 red marbles. So how do we do tally marks? We put 4 sticks. Is that correct? Yes, 4 tally marks. Now I'd like for you to complete the rest. Are you ready? I'm ready. Okay, here we go. Go this side. Okay, red. Did you count red marbles? Yes, my marble graph shows me that here are the red marbles. The shaded area stops there. That means that there are 4 marbles. How does it look like in a tally marks? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we need to look at our green. There's green. Look at our bar graph. There's my green. Now I want to look at how many marbles are there here in this column. I look at the quantity. Oh, it stops all the way up the top, which means there are 9 marbles. So how do I show that with tally marks? I have a group of 5. Remember substitutizing, we're substitutizing group of 5. 5 and 4 is 9. 9 marbles. Now we go to the blue. And it stops right here. 6. 6, 5, and 1 is 6. That's how my tally marks look. And then pink. There's 3. All right, now we can begin with our questions. Okay, we're going to turn the page over and we are going to do another graph. And this one is a line plot. And it looks like this. Line plot. We're going to put, they've given us information, but now we have to add the information into our line plot. So here is our line plot, and then we're going to add in the information that they've already given us. So we're going to read up here and find out what information they have given us. Mrs. Martian's class potted bean plants 2 weeks ago. Today, they measured their growth in centimeters and got the following data. So we can see all of the data they got. These are all the different sizes of the plants that grew. 1 centimeter, 16 centimeters, 5 centimeters, another 5 centimeters, 8 centimeters, 12 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters, and another plant measured 2 centimeters. Okay, so now we need to complete the line plot below and then answer our questions. So what I would like for you to do right now is I would like for you to plot each one of these measurements where they belong. So if we look down here, these are the centimeters of each plant. Okay, so if I have 1 centimeter here, I am going to go look down here at my line plot, look for 1, and I'm going to record that plant that grew 1 centimeter. Then I'm going to look at the next one. It says 16 centimeters. Okay, I am going to record that plant that grew 16 centimeters on my line plot. I'm going to look for 16 centimeters. There it is. And I'm going to put a little X to show that there was 1 plant at 16 centimeters. Now, 5 centimeters. Let's go down and look. 5 centimeters. Oh, look at that. There's another plant that is 5 centimeters. Now, if there are 2 plants that were at 5 centimeters, should I just leave one or should I add another one? What do you think? I have to add another one because there are 2 plants that measured 5 centimeters. So I go on top here and record a second plant that was 5 centimeters. Now I would like for you to record the rest of these plants onto your line plot. So you can press pause, and when you're ready, we can start answering these questions. Okay, your line plot should look something like this. I have completed all of the data that I've been given, and I have recorded it on my line plot. So this is how yours should look like as well. Now that we have all of our information, we've recorded all of our data, we are now going to answer some questions. So question number 1, how many students planted a bean plant in all? How many students planted a bean plant in all? So we look at our line plot, we look at all of our X's, and however many X's we have, that is how many students planted a plant, right? Because if each student planted 1 plant and we've recorded each plant on our line plot, then each X represents 1 plant. So how many students planted a bean plant in all? What do you think we need to do? If you said we need to count all of our X's, you are correct. So go ahead and count how many students planted a bean plant. Did you get 11? 11 students? 11. Very good, boys and girls. That is it for that line plot. And now we get to do some measuring. Before we get into measuring some lengths, the worksheets that we just completed were about graphs. So graphs give us information. And from just looking at a graph, we can get a lot of data and we could answer many questions. And that is what we just did with our bar graph, with our tally mark graph, and with our line plot. So graphs are a great way to receive a lot of information and to answer a lot of questions. Okay, measuring. Now we're going to do this worksheet right here. And this is just a review of all the things that we've learned about inches, feet, and yards. Who remembers how many inches are in a foot? How many inches are in a foot? 12 inches in a foot. And this right here is a foot because there are 12 inches. How many feet are there in a yard? Remember, this is our yardstick because there are how many feet? Did you say 3? That's right. There are 3 feet in 1 yard. So if you look at that worksheet in front of you, it gives you a little clue. It gives you the answer. 12 inches is the same as 1 foot. 3 feet is the same as 1 yard. And then down here, this is new. We haven't learned this one. 1,760 yards is the same as 1 mile. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at each one of these drawings of these things. They've already given us the measurement. We just need to decide whether they are talking about inches or feet or yards or a mile. And whatever we think it is, we're going to write down the unit of measurement. Okay? Next items, I'd like for you to do that on your own, and I'd like for you to choose which one would be the best unit of measurement for that. Okay, now we are on the last page of these worksheets, and this portion of the worksheet we have not seen this year yet. This is the first time we get to see it. This is the first time that we will work on it. And it is this right here. It's called ordered pairs. They looks like a graph, doesn't it? It is not a graph per se. It is a coordinate plane. And what that is, if you can see these fruits and these veggies on it, it helps us to locate specific things on this plot. So if I wanted to know where that broccoli was, well, we need to learn about the ordered pairs and how we can locate the broccoli on this coordinate plane. Okay, so what is a coordinate plane? Well, it is made up of two lines. You see this line right here? This line right here, it is a horizontal line, correct. So this horizontal line, it's called our x-axis. So we'll call it our x position, okay? So this line that goes across is our x position line. And then we have another line on this side that it goes up and down. What kind of line is that? It is our vertical line, like a soldier. Our vertical line, it is our y-axis. And the y-axis, we will call it, it is our y position. So for ordered pairs, it is important to keep the order of those pairs, meaning two. There will be two set of numbers that we will be given, and we need to make sure they stay in that order, because if they say that it is, you will find the broccoli in 10-4. So that is an ordered pair. So 10 means that it's going to be on our x position, which is horizontal. So we need to count over 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we need to go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those were our ordered pairs to find the broccoli. So that's why it's important to keep our ordered pairs in order, because if we put the y position first and then the x position, we will not get the correct location of what we're trying to find. So let's practice. It makes more sense when we practice and we do it than to just hear and try to figure out on our own how to go about it. So let's look at that first one. Number 1, the picture is of a pineapple. So we need to locate the pineapple on this coordinate plane, and we are going to write the ordered pairs. So look for the pineapple. There it is. So if we were to look at our x position, here's our x. Where is our pineapple on our x position? Well, it is right under here. And what number is that? Number 5. So that is our first number. That is our first ordered number. Our x position is number 5. So let's put number 5 right beside the pineapple on that blank where it says number 1. And then I'm going to put a comma right underneath, right there beside the number 5. Now I need to find out what position is in my y. So remember, this is my y position. So I went over 5. And now, where is my pineapple sitting on my Y position? 1, 2. There's 2. Okay, so over 5, up 2. So my pineapple can be found on X position 5 and Y position 2. So my ordered pairs are number 5, comma, and then number 2. So they should look like this. And then you put brackets around them. So where did we find our pineapple? We found it on our horizontal line X under 5. So we started at 0 and we went over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we figured out our Y position, our vertical line, we went up 1, 2. So where did we find our pineapple? Our ordered pairs are 5 and 2. Now let's do the same thing with this onion. Where is the onion? Could you see the onion on your coordinate plane? Right there. Can you tell me where it is on your X position? Remember, X axis is your horizontal line. So where is it? Well, let's start down here. This is 0, and then we count 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is right where that 8 is. So on my X position, the onion is sitting where the 8 is. So that is one of my first pairs. X position is 8. How about the Y? Remember, the Y is my vertical line. So where is the onion sitting on that Y position? So we went over 8. Now we need to go up. How many do we need to go up? 1. So the onion can be found on X 8, Y 1. Okay? Now let's look for this one right here. There it is. What is that? It's an apple. Can you tell me where it is on the X position? Where is it on the X position? Write it down. Did you say 4? That's right. We went over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. How about our Y position? Where is it in our Y position? Well, we need to go up. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So on our Y position, we can find the apple on 9. So our ordered pairs are 4 and 9. And what does that mean? That we can find it on X position 4 and Y position 9. There it is. Okay, I'd like for you to do number 4 and number 5 by yourself. Give me the ordered pairs for that eggplant and for that broccoli. Press pause and work on that now. Okay, now that we've located each one of those vegetables, now what we're going to do is we are going to write in here, right over here, it says write the item located at each ordered pair. So this time they are giving us the ordered pair, and we are going to figure out, we're going to locate what we find with those coordinates, okay? With that ordered pair. So the first one says 2, 2. What does that mean? It means that it's going to be on X position 2, and then we're going to go up to Y position 2. Okay, let's see what we can find. So let's go over on our X position. How many? 2. So 1, 2. Then we're going to go up for our Y position. 1, 2. There is our ordered pair, and that's what we've located. What is that? It is a tomato. So you can draw it, or you can write what you found at those ordered pair. Tomato. Okay, let's do the next one. Number 7. What will we find at ordered pair 9, 7? Well, let's look at our X position, and we're going to go over 9, all the way down to 9. There's 9, and then it says Y position 7. Where is 7? 7 is right here. What does that look like? Could that be a lemon, or could that be a mango? I don't know. It could be a lemon or a mango. Whatever you feel like having today. You could put lemon or mango. I'm going to put mango. But it probably is a lemon. Okay, let's do one more. Number 8. It's giving us an X position of 2 and a Y position of 7. So remember, we go over first and then up. So it's 2, here's 1, 2, and then it's 7. Where is 7? There is 7. And what is that? A watermelon. Very good. Okay, so now that you have a little bit of practice with those, I would like for you to do number 9 and number 10 by yourself. See what you locate with those ordered pairs. All right, boys and girls, that was a long math lesson today with filling out all those worksheets, but I know you did great. I know that you persevere, and I know that you did a great job at that. So have yourself a great day, boys and girls. We will see you soon. Bye.